anticipation of a 9-hour journey. My hand cups the back of my neck, feeling for what is no longer there. My once wavy, dark brown mane I traded for an almost pixie cut, a not-so-brilliant idea considering Scotland's damp climate. The hair was my grand gesture, a reset button. So far, my one act of spontaneity does nothing but remind me why I prefer research and planning. Short hair in perpetual humidity makes me long for my ponytail. I try to tuck my bangs behind my ear, but they aren't long enough and are already flipping up at the ends. When people look in my direction, I imagine a flashing sign over my head, like something out of a cheesy 80s game show, saying, "Foreigner, foreigner." But I look at the journal and remind myself of the possibilities. New do, new me. I laugh quietly, as if someone catches my lame attempt at vanity and abandon the window seat. 9 hours from London to Aberdeen requires more trips to the bathroom than I'm willing to admit. It's a good thing the aisle seat is still open. Wait, was still open. At first, all I see is a long torso, his head and arms obscured by the overhead bin. But it's definitely a him. Hey, the torso says, though he's no longer just that. He's a guy sinking into my aisle seat. A shaggy mess of dirty blonde locks flop against his forehead, and the corners of his mouth quirk up into a broad grin, his deep brown eyes fixing on mine. I'm Griffin. Based on his accent, he's American too. Jordan. His hand extends toward mine, sure and confident. I hesitate, my natural reaction to meeting anyone, let alone a good-looking guy who parks himself next to me for a day-long trip. Ignore this instinct, Brooks. See what happens if you do. Great. Sam has weaseled her way into my head. I grip his hand and shake, too long and too hard, like I've just sold him a used car I thought would never leave the lot. A throaty laugh escapes his lips, and something in me lets go of the fear, of the need to be sure where anything is going. It's just a conversation, Jordan. Get a grip and get out of your head. Right here, right now, enjoy myself. See where this takes me, if only a few hundred miles north. I laugh along with him, and though I stop my violent shake, he holds on to my hand. It's a handshake, but his touch ignites a feeling the old me, the one who's been holding out for what's never going to happen, would ignore. Desire. It's easier not to want someone to smile at me like that, to hold tight after the socially acceptable amount of time to do so, to enjoy the touch of someone else without wondering where it will go. I don't operate like that. Everything this year has an expiration date. Scotland is my fairy tale, my pumpkin-turned coach. In May, the magic wears off, and I'll return to reality. With no time to waste, maybe I need to let my waiting expire too. But my trip to the bathroom, I guess that can wait. Home state? I ask, making myself comfortable by the window, but enjoying the view in the seat next to me a little more than the English countryside. Minnesota. You? Ah, Minnesota, don't you know? My horror manifests in the heat of my cheeks, overdoing it again with my lame attempt at a Minnesota accent. All I really know about the state is the movie Fargo, but I only saw the trailer because there's no way I could have watched that wood chipper scene. But he smiles and nods knowingly. I introduce myself, and I'm already reduced to a stereotype, huh? I see how it is, don't you?